Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, going to go over a story titled, Need Help. I, a 32-year-old male, recently found out that my fiancée, another 32-year-old female of 6 years, history a week before the wedding. And guys, this story is about a guy, like I said, he's about to get married, and 1 week before the wedding, 1 week, he finds out what was going on behind the scenes with his fiancée. That she was, in fact, wait for it, having an affair, and obviously has feelings for some other dude. And you're going to see, guys, in this story how this guy, what he goes through, how he handles it and all that, and ultimately you're going to see this guy is going to handle it. He's going to take the road less taken. You're going to see, guys, that unlike a lot of other guys that would eventually just say okay and let it go and go on and marry the girl, not him. And wait till you see just how this goes and how she handles it and tries to get him back. But our hero here will stay strong, and it's a good example, guys, of how a guy should handle a situation in a very unfortunate situation such as this. Definitely interesting story here. So it starts off, he says, "Hi, I, a 32-year-old male, need some help as I'm currently barely functioning from the shock. A couple days ago, I found out from a friend that my fiancée, a 32-year-old female, has been emotionally and physically unfaithful. Our wedding is in 1 week. 1 week. You want to talk about having your heart ripped out. But then again, one could say, hey, you know what? He's dodging a bullet here. At least he finds this out before he goes up there and says, I do. He says, we dated for 6 years, including a 1 year long distance. During the long distance, she started talking to a common friend, and she's developed feelings for him. Talking, huh? After she moved back, the emotional affair continued for 1 year. Since the guy is far away, he came up to see her 3 times that I was obviously not told about. They both adamantly stated they did not have sex, but did sleep together. You gotta be shitting me. He came to visit her, he lives far away, and they slept together in the same bed, but because they're good moral individuals, they didn't hook up. Okay, yeah, sure, I definitely believe that one. I just learned of this very recently, and my whole world has been turned upside down. I cried all night. I couldn't sleep. I confronted my fiancée, and we cried all day. She said she knew it was wrong and had no excuse, that she was so sorry to have hurt me, and that she was in the wrong. Wait a minute, a woman's admitting she's wrong? Wow. I guess there's going to be a blue moon tonight or something that I actually reading that she actually admitted she was wrong. She said that she wants to get married to me and start our lives together. Oh, okay, let's just ignore what I just found out here about you and this other dude. And of course, the times you three times you slept in the same bed together, but of course, never hooked up. But let's just forget about that and get married. Yeah, sure. I love her very dearly, but I feel super hurt from the betrayal. I told her I will find it difficult to trust her. That's an understatement. I said the last thing I want for us is to get. The last thing I want is for us to get married, for me to get jealous / not trusting, and for us to argue constantly, not love each other, and eventually get divorced after 2 to 3 years. She says she understands and respects whatever I decide. Bullshit. And that she loves me and wishes that she could undo what she did. Yeah, this guy goes ahead and marries her, and he's never going to trust her again. And you can't have a marriage if you don't trust the other person. Okay, you can't have any kind of relationship, romantic relationship, or let's be honest, any relationship with somebody that you don't trust, right? And every time he closes his eyes and they hook up, he's going to imagine some other dude. And every time she's on her phone or out somewhere, he's going to be wondering, is she with some other dude? Is she talking to him? Is she still talking to this dude? It's done. He says, our wedding isn't a week. Right now, I'm in such shock. I decided I would wait until things calmed down a bit before deciding further. I went from so looking forward to the rest of our lives together to not being sure if we can even remain a couple. Help me, Reddit, please. Well, even though we all know what he should do, it's wise that he's taken time away from her to calm down, cool off, probably have a few beers, and figure out what his next move is. But even though we all know darn well what his next move should be. He has a couple minor edits here. He says, currently I was thinking of maybe canceling the wedding, maybe getting to couples therapy for a few weeks, and see if she can show me that she's willing to change and gain my trust again. Maybe this is just hopeful thinking. I feel so lost. Dude, she will put on a Oscar-worthy performance to get you, to convince you in front of the therapist that she's changed and it'll never happen again. Mark my words. Okay? Oscar-worthy performance. Best actress to such and such. And a lot of guys would then just go ahead and say, okay, and then you know what? The same shit would happen down the road. Maybe not right away, but one day, because then she learned she can get one over on you, that you'll forgive her. And how many stories have I done, guys, where a guy's cheated on, they give their girl a second chance because they feel bad, she puts on the whole theatrics, and it happens down the road. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Best to just walk away and start over. He's 32 years old. He's young. I'm going to be 44 in a couple months, okay? 32, shit, I wish I could go back in time and be 32 again. Hell, my knees would be a lot better then. Damn, and my shoulder. He says, thank you guys so much for the advice. I read each and every one and appreciate all your points of views. Now, here's the update as to what he does and how she handles it. He says, first, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the messages and perspectives. I did not expect my own little problem to receive so much outpour support. For that, I'm grateful, Reddit. I read every message, no lies. I must say, there are a lot of people on Reddit that help out guys in bad situations, which is pretty cool. He says, now for the update. The wedding was off. Not gonna lie, it was very sad to see the girl I was so happy with to marry sob so hard nonstop. I confronted her after a 24-hour cool-off period, and she said she still had feelings for the guy. Well, there you go. Okay, it's done. Walk away. Try to get most of your money back. It's over. Okay? But meanwhile, this is the same chick who just the other day was saying how much she wanted to work it out, willing to do anything, and blah, blah, blah. But now she's saying, yeah, I still have feelings for the guy. At that point, I knew I had to call off the wedding. There was no way I would marry someone who wasn't 100% committed to me as I am to her. Exactly. Good for you, bro. Good for staying strong. A lot of guys wouldn't do that. Telling the parents and friends and vendors last minute felt as shit as you can probably guess. Dude, I can only imagine. The day of the wedding was absolute hell. I was super lucky that I had friends who took me out and didn't leave me alone all day. For that, I am forever grateful. Dude, your bros are priceless. They're your family. Never ever trade your bros in for HOES. But throughout the day, all I had going throughout my mind was the wedding itself. We would be at the ceremony right now. Now I would kiss the bride. We would have our first dance right now, etc., etc. The day after I called off the relationship, I could not be with someone. The day after I called off the relationship, I could not be with someone who had feelings for someone else. This was, with no contest, the single worst day of my life. Yeah, dude, I could certainly imagine. But you know what? After all the hurt, all the pain, you can always start anew. You got a clean slate. You learned a hard lesson. You learned about female nature. You learned about paying attention to red flags. All these things. You're now wiser. And you got your whole life ahead of you. Believe me, there are plenty of guys that would have gone and got married and said, oh man, I wish I had your strength to walk away. He says, so many tears were shed. I felt like I was shot and killed and that my dream of a happy future was executed right in front of me. I was nothing. I felt nothing and I had nothing. This is one pain I hope no one in the future ever has to go through. Well, unfortunately, bro, it happens every day. There's a never-ending supply of dudes that this type of crap happens to. But hopefully, this guy sharing his story and then me sharing his story, guys can listen to it and at least be the wiser for it and pay attention to the things out there so it doesn't happen to them. Or, better yet, don't get married. A few days later, we talked and she wanted to reconcile. Wait a second. This is the same girl who said, I still have feelings for the other dude. Now she wants to reconcile. This woman's emotions are like a freaking roller coaster. It's like Space Mountain at Disney World. She said she was so sorry. And that she's over the guy now. And she never wanted to hurt me like that again. Now she's over the guy. Here's my read between the lines. She went to the guy, probably professed her love, so she's not marrying this guy, and this guy's probably like, oh, wait a second here. We were just a hookup. We were just an affair. I don't want to get serious with you. He kicked her to the curb, and now she's back saying she's so sorry. and now has feelings, and now is ready to be that loyal, loving, and dutiful wife. I think Chatter Tyrone, her lover, not interested. Now she's back for the nice guy. She said that she never wanted to hurt me like that again, and she would do anything to make things work between us. You know how many times I've done stories, guys? How many of you guys have watching my channel for a while have heard me do these stories, and the woman, they get caught and cries, crocodile tears, and just, the whole waterworks, and says, I'm sorry, it never should have happened, I'm willing to do anything. That type. It's like, then why'd you do it in the first place? You're sorry because you got caught. And now you don't want to be alone. You don't want to lose your meal ticket. You know, you obviously want to get married, so I have to start over. So you're going to tell me whatever you want to tell, whatever I need to hear to try to change my mind. And a lot of guys fall for it. He says, I didn't know how to feel, but I did know that I did not trust her after all that. Good. Trust your instincts. I asked for a few weeks to cool off period to finally start to process all this shit, and for her to cool off and think about what she actually wants in her life. Very wise, dude. I have since been taking a look at the surviving infidelity section of Reddit and the as one after infidelity part in Reddit as well. And the shit looks rough, man. I just feel so tired and numb and hurt right now. I didn't sign up for any of this. The thought of reconciling right now disgusts me. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Okay? Guys, there's a lesson right there. Trust your gut always. Red flags and trust your gut so you don't end up in a... Your gut is like this superpower, this sixth sense that can warn you of danger. Listen to it. The thought of dating right now also disgusts me. Feels like I'm cheating. Like, holy shit, how do people even date these days? It was never something that I thought of. It was never something that I thought of because I only ever had her. Well, dude, take all the time you need. You don't want to date? You don't have to date. And believe me, you're really not missing a whole lot. And there's tens of thousands of dudes that are going to watch this video that would agree with me there. The only positive thing I can say is that every day is finally going to be getting just a little bit better. Just a bit clearer. Yes, every day will get a little bit better. Just a little bit. I'm still in the mushroom cloud of a nuclear explosion, but I hope to walk out of the rubble and rebuild one step at a time. Yes, bro, you will. You take it day by day. That's it. That's all you can do. And for any of you guys who have been through awful breakups or had your girl cheat on you or divorce, you all know this. You all know that it is hell for a while. You know, you feel like every day it feels like somebody took a baseball bat. It feels like Mike Tyson punched you in the stomach. Mike Tyson in his prime punched you in the stomach. But every day it will get a little bit better. And what you got to do is just focus on yourself. You know, have on your calendar, just put a nice check mark every day that you survived. You know, spend time with your buddy, spend time with your family. If you got a good close relationship with your family, focus on yourself. Join a gym, get out and exercise. If you're not a gym goer, if you like, go out for walks, ride a bike, pick up a new hobby. Focus on your goals, your ambitions, your job, whatever it is to focus on. Become a better version of yourself. You never stop growing, guys, and eventually it will get better and better. But by all means, don't fall into drinking, eating garbage, drugs, smoking, all that bad stuff, because a lot of guys do that. It doesn't end well, okay? Focus on productive, positive things to make yourself better, and you will feel better. You will get better. Mark my words, okay? We've all been through this type of shit. Every one of us, including me. And I know how much it sucks, but you will get through it. And as for her, walk away, because you do not need this roller coaster, her coming back in and saying, okay, one day I still have feelings for him, and the next day I don't have feelings for him. I want to work things out. This guy needs to just cut her off completely and move on and say, look, okay, it happened. I'm not going to hate you about this, okay? If he's a religious fella, okay, I forgive you, but we're done, okay? Go off. You got a second chance. Go off and get things right the second time. But I appreciate it if you would not contact me anymore, because I need to move on with my life. That's what this guy needs to do next, in my opinion. That's what I would do. That's what I would advise if this guy contacted me for advice. And then do all the things I just said. Now, for fun, I'll read some comments in the comment section, because they're always entertaining to go over. One guy says, congratulations. Please seek individual therapy, and no, do not get back with her. She kept the relationship in the lowdown for a long time and did not even confess. Her actions have shown her true morals. The words she has spoken really don't mean much. Right. She only confessed because she got caught. That's why. He says, do not get suckered in. She knows how to manipulate you, hid a relationship with a common friend, and you did not even get a whiff of it. Nope, trust has walked away from the relationship door long ago. Right. Cut ties with her. Move on. You can be, if you want to be the bigger person about it and be kind about it, you can say, look, it's done, it's over with, I wish you the best, but I appreciate you don't contact me anymore, I got to move on. And if she doesn't respect it, then you can start using a whole lot of creative words and tell her to F off if she doesn't respect leaving you alone. Another guy says, absolutely do not even consider going back to her. She has shown her true colors. It wasn't a mistake. She knew exactly what she was doing. Everything since is a lie. You need to stop talking with her completely so you can begin to heal. Only date when you are ready. You will know when you are ready. Yeah, this guy's a relationship type of guy. Okay, fine. Take a long time. And when you're ready, then you can date. But be very careful, and you're going to find out the dating scene isn't as great as you may think. Another guy says, dollars to donuts. She tried getting up with that guy. It suddenly got real. Wasn't just a fun affair anymore. And he backed out. Oh, but now she's serious about her original relationship with the OP. Totally. That's what I thought originally. That all of a sudden when she was still feelings for him. So that's it, the wedding's over. And then the next day she's back saying she does have feelings. That's it, she's done with him. My opinion is because that guy wasn't interested. He was a hookup. That's it, nothing more. Chad and Tyrone, they don't settle down. They do not get married. They don't become that guy. They just party and have fun, and that's it, and break the girls' hearts. And then those girls go break the nice guys' hearts, and round we go. But anyhow, guys, that was a good one to do. I really respect this guy for taking the road less taken, because most guys would have just gone ahead and married her or listened to the waterworks, and hoped that it would work out and not listen to his gut. Okay, this guy stayed strong, so good for him. So any of you guys in a situation kind of like this right now, there's got to be somebody watching this video right now, somewhere in the world, United States, UK, Japan, I don't know where you are. There's somebody watching this right now that's going through some kind of pain like this. Learn from this guy. Learn from this guy's pain. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, walk away. She's going to do it again, okay? And the only reason she went through this whole thing with the emotions is because she got caught, okay? Don't get back with a girl that cheats. Learn from it. Otherwise, one day, she'll do it again, okay? Stay strong, guys. You'll get through it. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.